Good morning, guys. So Scorpios, you guys had a a kind of a tough or harsh message come out for your zodiac reading yesterday. But y'all, like, Scorpios can be funny. Y'all liked it anyway, so I appreciate it. And you know, I can't control the messages, like what I read, what comes out. But I know that, you know, I can come off a little bit harsh. I am a Virgo, so, you know, I'm analytical, and sort of, I know I can be a little bit clinical in how I read, and critical. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for being good sports. And I thought I would try and ask for, you know, another message for you guys. Again, you know, that message, it didn't have to be you guys, Scorpios. It could have just been someone that you're dealing with. But again, I appreciate that you guys were good sports about it. So let's do a bonus reading for the first half of November for Scorpios. 3 of Wands. 10 of Wands. 9 of Cups. 4 of Wands. Ooh. 2 of Wands. Ooh, Scorpios. Some of y'all are making some decisions. 7 of Wands. 9 of Swords. Page of Wands. All right. So, you know, the 3 of Wands is about having made a decision. And the 3 of Wands in particular is, you know, because 2 of Wands is also about making a decision, but 3 of Wands is sort of more having made a decision and waiting for your ships to come in. You know what I mean? But there's also like a sense of liberation around the 3 of Wands for me. Like, it's really kind of, like 2 of Wands is making a choice, but 3 of Wands is like, is like an elevated, a high choice for yourself. Okay. But anyway, that is clarified by the 10 of Wands, which is like having a ton of burden and responsibility and, you know, kind of being at that ultimate point of burden, where you're not sure if you can kind of keep going forward anymore. You know, then the 9 of Cups is about wish fulfillment. The wish that's clarified by 4 of Wands. This is about union. This is about coming together, and often, again, you know, with a twin flame in particular. The 2 of Wands is about making a choice. 7 of Wands is about having to defend that choice. The 9 of Swords is about grief, regret, sort of, you know, being in your head, sleepless nights, you know, and then the Page of Wands is about taking an action towards someone or something. Then we got Justice at the bottom of the deck. So you're making a choice about something, Scorpio. Like you've decided to make this choice. It has to do with wish fulfillment and a twin flame. And you either feel like or are in a position of having to defend that choice to multiple parties. But it seems more like you're just focused on taking action, even though, you know, this situation kind of in peripheral sort of elements is bringing you a lot of stress. You know, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull some more cards here. So that's kind of the situation. So what's going to happen for the Scorpios here that are making this choice and defending it? Queen of Swords. Ooh. Clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, the Emperor. Okay, Scorpios. the Star. Wow, just a bunch of major arcana popping out. Judgment, Scorpios. Death. Oh my goodness, Scorpios. 10 of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Wow, that's quite a twist. You know, I've mentioned a couple times in the readings about how, you know, Scorpio seasons and Scorpios, right? One thing y'all are really, what the season is about, and one thing that you guys are about, hi guys, is death, destruction, rebirth, transformation. You know, and that reading that you guys had yesterday, it was definitely about like, you know, this person needs a complete transformation, right? But if anybody can do that, it's Scorpios, because that is your guys' energy. Okay. So what's happening here is, you know, this person has made a decision, right? The Queen of Swords, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, basically shows y'all going into your Queen of Swords energy, sort of standing in your power and being able to speak your truth, you know, to defend what it is that you want to do here. Yeah, you stand in your power, and that's clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, which is a card about fate and destiny. And it looks like you guys have gotten to the point where you're, regardless of what anybody else has to say about something, you've decided to follow your destiny and follow your fate and stand in your power and say, like, that's what I'm doing, you know, like, so y'all need to deal with that and accept that. And it shows then the Emperor, clarified by the Star, which is an amazing energy. That's an amazing energy. The Emperor is someone, you know, someone in their Emperor energy. You know, again, that's a masculine energy, but it's about having control over yourself. It's about having control over your emotions in a healthy way. It's about being a leader, confident, but someone who is, you know, perceives his own, he has self-awareness about himself, but he also has it about others. This is not a person that overreacts. This is not a person that, you know, flies off the handle. This is a person that always is standing in their power. And so going from the Queen of Swords, and this Queen of Swords in particular does say power on it. You know what I mean? It looks like whatever indecision that you guys have come out of, and I don't know that it was necessarily even indecision so much as having a concern about what other people would think, or having to defend yourself, you know, that kind of thing. But, so the Emperor, clarified by the Star, though, the Star is about wishes, but it's also about healing. So you've decided to basically follow your dreams here, like go after what it is that you really want. And there may be some healing that needs to be done in that situation. But, you know, being in Emperor energy, again, if you're feminine or masculine, it doesn't matter. This is a strong energy. And basically it's saying, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to heal this situation. And I'm going to go after whatever, regardless of what anybody else thinks, which is amazing. And I mentioned that yesterday, I think in the general reading, that is standing in your power, being authentic, about who you are, and being vulnerable enough to authentically know what you want and be able to go after it, not caring what anyone else thinks. You know, I do think that this Emperor does want to heal a situation with somebody. And it may be that, you know, I read this Queen of Swords as your energy, and I think it is, but it could also be that you are wanting to heal something with someone that you see as your destiny, as you see as your fate, you know, as you see as your twin flame. And, you know, and you may be concerned that this person may have some harsh words for you, But again, you're want to come in and heal that. Judgment clarified by death, again, is an amazing energy. Judgment is about divine judgment. It's about rebalance. It's about, you know, karmic rebalance, restoration of, you know, righting the wrongs of the past. And death, clarifying that. Again, you know, in this card, it says rebirth on it specifically. You know, you want to bring forgiveness to this situation. Maybe you want to get forgiveness. But you're going to come in and essentially, you know, you're trying to manifest a death and rebirth out of a situation. Ten of Swords is, you know, on this particular card, it can be a card about betrayal, but on this particular card, it does say completion. And so, and with this judgment and death, I feel like what they want, or what you want a death and rebirth towards is the past. You want to come in and put the past in the past, resolve it, you know, work through it, heal it, create forgiveness, and complete that chapter. And then have Ace of Pentacles, which is a new, solid, stable start. That's manifested in the physical. So that's not, you know, that's not just thoughts, emotions, feelings. This is manifesting in the physical, you know, the death and rebirth of a past situation. Okay. I'm glad I did this. That's a really, really great reading for you guys. And, you know, when there's this much major arcana, okay. I always say with tarot that, you know, it doesn't, because people have free will. And a lot of times, you know, like here in this card, this is a lot about choices. When people make those choices, that's when essentially realities are created, right? But at any rate, that's why tarot doesn't go so far, is because you always have free will and choice to make a different choice, to walk a different path. And sometimes that happens, right? We move along our paths sort of with like a level of probability based on who we are, right? We're most likely to do certain things. But, you know, you may drive down the same street or take the same route home, you know, 364 days out of the year. But then one day you decide to go this totally different way. And maybe then, you know, something that happens along your path creates like a whole different opportunity, or, you know, who knows? But do you see what I mean? That's why it's tarot doesn't predict that far out, right? We also, again, I'm reading for multiple energies on this channel, and so it's not going to resonate completely. But anyway, I'm sorry, I digress. My point is that up here we had, you know, kind of normal cards, and then all of these major arcana just dropped out. And when the major arcana come out like this, what it means is that usually whatever this is going to take a little bit more time to come to fruition. But it's, when all this major arcana drops out, it also means that there is a real sense of destiny and fate about what's happening here. That essentially, like, I feel like this is such a breakthrough for someone. This shift in energy between, you know, like making those decisions, and then like, it's almost like you've been in this conflict and, you know, trying to sort all of this stuff out, some level of indecision, and then you finally decided, right? And boom, like once you make that decision and start going forward on it, it's really going to trigger the universe to wrap around the situation in a profound and transformative way. A profound and transformative way. It's amazing. Let's get some guidance for you guys. Yay, Scorpios. This is not your practice life. Decide. That's, I mean, oof, oof. What is your inner voice telling you about the dream in your heart? that's just what I was saying, right? Is, you know, there was a lot of like indecision up here and then finally making decisions. And this is, if you haven't gotten to that point of making a decision yet, that's what it's saying. This is also number 22, this card, which for me, again, symbolizes union. So this may be involving a twin flame union. Let me check the bottom of the deck real quick. The Hermit, yeah. So basically take the time that you need to go within, but once you make this decision surrounding the situation, however that expresses in your life, yeah, it's going to create some massive changes for you, but positive changes. Ooh, okay. Breathe. This moment matters most. How can you focus on the moment and appreciate all that is well? Yeah, and just what I said is when you shift out of that decision-making mode into this action mode, and you are going to have to take moments to rest, to process this. A lot of big things are on their way. A lot of big things are on their way for you guys. So remain centered, breathe, you know, through this. Okay. What did you do? Spirit of the land. I think there's a call here also about, you know, again, in terms of recentering, focusing yourself, stay grounded. Stay grounded during this next chapter of your life. Spend time in nature, you know, with animals, because all that's going to help you work through this. Endings. Yeah, there are a lot of endings on the way. Whatever decision you're walking towards here, you know, you see death and rebirth. This, like I said, this is going to be transformative. But the thing is that when you transform, a lot of your old life falls away from you, you know, because it's stuff that once you level up, right, you can't stay with the things from the lower level because they just no longer resonate with you. You know, it's kind of like when you shift from, you know, kind of in your 20s, and maybe early 30s to you may be super into partying and going out and all that stuff. And it's not, again, that those are bad things, but are they the highest vibrational things? Like, you know, probably not, like going out, you know, drinking, partying, like sleeping with random people, whatever the case may be, right? Are those the highest vibrational activities? No. But are they common and typical as a part of our learning experience and socialization, you know, during that age or time for us? Yes, absolutely. But, you know, then if somebody then goes and gets married or has a kid or whatever, those are, you know, having a committed love in your life, raising children. Those are things that require a lot of commitment. And I'd argue that they're also higher vibrational than going out clubbing, right? And so once that kind of positive energy enters your life, there are going to be endings. There are going to be fallings. If you had a friend that all you ever did was just drink with them, that person is probably not going to fit into your life as well once you bring in those higher and positive energies. Do you see what I mean? So I think there's some guidance to be prepared for that, because those things are difficult. As you go through your transformation and you go through leveling up, there are a lot of bittersweet endings. There's a lot of bittersweet endings, and those aren't easy things, right? So again, just make sure that you're taking care of yourself, that you're staying grounded as you go through that. And one last card for you guys. Taurus, trust, patience, and sensuality. I got one more. Pluto, transform. That's amazing. This is, I mean, look, this is this is essentially the death card of this deck, Pluto, transform. You know, so we had death come out, rebirth, and then we had Pluto come out, transform. You guys are going to go under through an amazing transformation here. Trust the process. Be patient with yourself. You know, sensuality, you know, I don't know. I mean, again, like, you guys are a sensual sign for sure. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it there, I guess. But it's like, but essentially, like, you even as you transforming isn't about becoming a different person. It's becoming a better version of yourself, a more authentic version of yourself. And so you're not going to lose, you know, a lot of these qualities that make you, Scorpio, as you go through this. And maybe you've already gone through these death and transformation cycles, but this one in particular is big. This one in particular is big. So, so yeah, anyway, I'm glad I did this reading. This is a nice reading for you guys, Scorpios. So I hope you enjoyed it. Again, please, like, comment, and subscribe if it resonated with you. And also, again, if you are interested in having a personal reading for your situation, you can reach out to me by my email, or just book straight through on my Etsy shop. Both are in the description box. Okay? All right. Have a great day, Scorpio. Thank you, guys.